Welcome to Prostate Cancer, the road to recovery with Jason Stone, a stage 4 fighter. This podcast brings you support and insights from survivors, fighters, and medical experts. Join us for an educational and inspiring journey.
Morning, I'm Jason. I'm 53 years old. I have stage 4 prostate cancer that's metastasized to my spine, and on this channel we talk about it. So welcome to episode 16. This isn't going to be a solid message video or podcast, or you might be listening to this on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, wherever you're listening to it. I don't really have a super strong message or goal. Today I'm just tired. I am in a cycle of I'm tired all day and I can't sleep at night, and I'm tired all day and I can't sleep at night, and it's building up and I'm starting to struggle a little bit. So just to give you where I'm at and why I'm sitting here doing this, because you don't know what day it is, what time it is. It's Thursday morning. I've been up since 2 in the morning. It's 4 a.m. Right now, and I've been up half the night. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, fighting a recurrence of a cough. So I've been sick for a little while and getting this crap out of my lungs, and I'm finally coughing clear goo. I'm sure that's what you wanted to hear on this, right? And well, that's a good sign though. And sorry. It's but I've been fighting this recurrence of a cough, and I'm going to call out today. I'm not going to go into work. I'm going to try and work from home, get a couple things done, because I can't go in as tired as I am today. I've pushed it to get through this week, and I've hit my limit. One of the things I've been doing one of the things you can do to get out of this, to kind of push through the fatigue that comes from treatment for prostate cancer, the ADT, the low testosterone, all these things that come from it, is walk. And I've been walking more. I've talked about on a previous episode, I did an interview with Adam from Anything Is Possible. Thank you, Adam. And I've been getting off my butt and walking. Now, that's had an unintended side effect. I've been walking more, which is good, but my legs ache. And it's kind of a weird ache. It's a dull ache that's throughout my legs, not like my calves, not my, the thighs. It's the entire leg all the way down to the bone is uncomfortable, a dull, uncomfortable ache. And it's enough to keep me up at night. Well, I brought this up at my last doctor visit. They said it's like restless leg syndrome. It's like, well, I have no idea. How would I know? I don't know. I've never had restless leg syndrome. They're supposed to tell me what it is. All I know is it's a dull ache. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good things. That's what's important, is I am doing good things. I'm eating healthier, except for last night. I had pizza, but I put tomatoes on it, and I minimized the amount of cheese I ate. But yeah, I'm doing good things mostly, but sometimes I have bad days, and today's another bad day. Today's just rough. Tonight, right? Tonight. And one of the things I can't do when I sleep is I look for more information on my prostate cancer, about my cancer, about what I'm going through, why I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. And this morning I came across some new videos I'd never seen before by a guy named Paris. His channel is ParrisTx, so Paris, Texas, all one word. And Paris is spelled with 2 R's, ParrisTx. Anyway, though his numbers were higher when he got diagnosed, he's a tall guy. He was when he started, he was 6'1", maybe a little more, and he was overweight and he was losing weight. So the same thing I got into is like, hey, I'm trying to lose some COVID weight. I don't think I've ever shared actually how big I am. And you can't tell looking at me. I mean, I'm fat. You can tell I'm fat. I'm not. There's no hiding that I'm fat. But the number kind of tends to shock people. In June, so I'm 6'4". I am 6'4", which means I'm tall, so I can carry a lot of weight without. Um, Gosh darn it, I lost track of what I was saying. I hate the side effects of this treatment. The numbers, the losing weight. Oh yeah, so June I was 380 pounds. There, I've said it. I was 380 pounds. I'm down to 348 as of yesterday morning. Um, I got down to 350 pretty fast. The last 2 pounds have taken a couple of weeks. So that's two things going on there. Number one, I'm eating healthier, which is helping. Um, and I'm exercising, which is helping minimize the muscle loss, because what I wasn't doing before was a lot of exercise, and so I was losing a lot of muscle mass. I am so much weaker than I was before. I wish I had it in here. I have these hand grippers, and they're one of them is a 200-pound hand gripper, and I could used to before the treatment I could squeeze the 200-pounder 5 times so that the bottom legs touched. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that fast, but I could get them and touch the two and that 5 times. I could never get it past 5, but I can't even get it to hardly move with one hand anymore. Like I can't even close it with two hands doing this. It is so frustrating to lose that much strength, that much muscle, and I need to turn that around. So, based on some advice and some videos I've been watching and listening to on my way to work, I've been listening to videos on my way to work by a Dr. Gio Espinosa, and he's had a couple episodes where he talks about weightlifting and how important that is to do weight-bearing exercises to minimize the bone density loss and the muscle mass loss. So he details out a pretty good plan. Like I thought a lot of reps, lighter weights was the plan here. Dr. Espinoza says, no, you need 6 reps. Don't do a lot of reps. He says you're going to build mass is the goal here, not necessarily get stronger, not necessarily build endurance. You want to build and maintain that mass. And that's where you're doing a higher weight, which is good for your bones. And, what was I saying? Lower fewer reps and higher weight. So I've got to figure out something, and the motivation, like Paris, he talked about. I watched one of his videos today where he knows he was doing really well up until the holidays and slacked off on the holidays. And he says, he usually just pulls himself up by his bootstraps and gets going again. And that motivation just isn't there. And I feel that. I get that. I understand. That is what I am experiencing. I'll get an occasional burst of motivation from somebody, from something I watch, that interview with Adam. Something will help, and then it's just gone, and I'm gutted, and it's such a frustrating cycle. That's what I'm here talking about this morning, is this frustrating cycle, the tiredness. Yeah, and another thing he talked about that hit home, and I don't think I'd ever really acknowledged it. He talked about getting moved from doctor to doctor in his diagnosis, and that's what I went through. I went through I look back, and I don't think I ever acknowledged that my PA, my physician's assistant through the VA, she says, maybe we'll do a PSA test. It's probably an infection. Went through that process, and then she referred me to a urologist. And the urologist, he was all on board day one. He's like, "Yeah, you're going to be my patient. We're going to do this together. We're going to check and make sure it's see if maybe just the number's naturally high or something. I don't know. We did 2 more tests." And once we got the second number back, he's like, yeah, okay. And then we did the digital reticle. I keep doing that. Digital reticle. Dang it. Digital rectal exam, the DRE. I'll just say DRE. Then he started to realize how bad it might be there. And like, I'm so glad he pushed for some scans, because I met another guy who he didn't get the scans because his urologist went straight for surgery just because his numbers were low. They were less than 10. And they went straight for surgery, did the surgery, and after the surgery, so now you've experienced that the loss in length, because when they do surgery, they cut the prostate out, and you lose that distance, right? Your P tube gets shorter, and then there's chances that it doesn't heal up right. There might be some incontinence issues. There's definitely going to be some leakage for a little while. So you go through there's side of when you're in a decision, when you're in prostate cancer and you're trying to figure out a treatment plan, right? You have choices of radiation and ADT, which has side effects, or you have the choice of, if as long as it hasn't metastasized, of surgery, and it has its own side effects. But this guy, the urologist pushed him into, I don't know, maybe I'm making some assumptions, they pushed him into surgery. However they got there, the decision was surgery, and then they did the scans, and oh, by the way, it's metastasized anyway, and your PSA numbers are still high, and now you have to do ADT and radiation anyway. Oh, man, I can't imagine that. So... Sorry, still coughing. Yeah, I can't be around people at work today if I'm coughing like this, I don't think. Yeah, I'm off track. So I don't think I ever acknowledged how I was fortunate that my urologist sent me to get the scans so that we didn't jump, because we were all on board with surgery. I was on board with it. He was like, this is what's going to happen. He said, you're young. He says, your numbers are low. He says, surgery is the right option. I was like, heck yeah, we're going to go do surgery, get this thing out, and I'm done. And then I'll be done. And then I'm glad we didn't jump on that. We did the scans because it had already metastasized. I have a 2 centimeter by 3 centimeter lesion on my L1 vertebrae, and I had a suspicious spot on my rib. Now, we biopsied the one on my spine, so we know that was prostate cancer. We didn't biopsy the one on the rib, and it was so small that they said, we're not even going to do anything with it. We're just going to do your treatment. We're going to treat your prostate and your spine, and we'll find out what happens, So I'm a little worried, but we'll see. But once the scans came back, then it was like, oh, yeah, okay, I'm not your guy. This is your guy. And then I got moved on to somebody else. And then, yeah, I'm only going to do part of your treatment. And, and then you're also going to see this other doctor. And plus there was a cancer coach, which I don't think I've ever heard from my cancer coach other than that one day. But I don't know. But acknowledging that it's tough to feel like you have a care team when early on you're going through this diagnosis phase and it keeps changing. That is tough. I can see how that affects all of us. But I've been working through it. I've been walking, I've been working, and like I've said so many times, doing this, just sharing my story through here is what helps me. You are all helping me by sharing your experiences and letting me know that what I'm doing might be helping you. And the more information we get out there about each other, the better off we all are. So I've been walking. Walking. I have been walking. I told you in a previous episode I was going to do that, and I was going to do more of these walking videos, but I've been walking at work. And so I work at a nuclear power plant. So what I do, I'm trying to figure out, can I take my phone out? Can I pick my phone out? I got the camera on here right now. Yes. See me, watching me, watching me. Can I take my phone out and do a selfie video while I'm walking at work at a nuclear power plant? My gut tells me there's issues. So I'm trying to find out if I can record with my phone while on company property, because I don't want to meet the guys with the guns. Now, I'm in training, and I work at the training building, and the training building is outside of what we call the protected area. It's about a quarter mile from the power plant, so it shouldn't be an issue. But this is one of those cases, one of those few cases. I tend to be a better to ask forgiveness and permission type person. But this is one of those cases when the risk is meeting the guys with the guns. It's better to ask permission than forgiveness. So, because I like my job. Well, I like the things that it financially affords me. So anyway, I've been up since 2 a.m. It's now 4:30-ish, and I'm tired. My next Lupron shot is February 5th. Today is, what the heck is today? Thursday, January 11th. My next Lupron shot is February 5th, and I'm not looking forward to it. There's a few good days right after the shot, but then I'm in the dirt for the next couple weeks, and it's bad. I am really in the dirt, and I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being confused. I'm tired of not remembering things the way I used to. I'm tired of not being able to concentrate. Way early, right before my diagnosis, early this year, in 2023, I wanted to read Don Quixote. And I started reading, and I've been able to read fewer and fewer pages each night. And I go nights and nights without reading it, and I can get through a page, and I just have to keep rereading, and it sucks. This treatment is not a walk in the park. You have to show up and act like a normal person, and it's exhausting. And so if you're feeling that way, I want you to know that I see you, I feel you, I understand, and it's tough. And I don't know what I can tell you to help, because I'm trying to figure that out still. The walking is helping. And I know this is a confusing message because, yeah, I'm walking and my legs hurt, I can't sleep, I'm tired, now I'm not going to go to work, and I know. I'm confused too. But it's important to do the right things. It's important to keep with the walking, the exercise. I need to get into doing some weightlifting, because not doing those, I've also felt that. I've also felt I spent basically a week on the couch, just, and that doesn't get better. There is no path to getting better when all you do is sit and wallow in the sickness. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And one of the I'm not sure, I wonder if I did the right thing, was going back to work when I did. I think I did. I wanted to do the right thing by picking the right time, but I got some feedback that maybe it was a little too early, and now I'm looking back and feeling that, yeah, maybe it was a little too early, but I don't know how I'd have picked another time, because it's just at some point something you have to do. And that's where I am with the walk. That's where I got with the walking. It's just something I have to do. I need to get off my butt and do it. And gosh darn it, walking, work, the weightlifting. The weightlifting is something I've just got to get up and do. So basically, this episode is about taking care of yourself, and that includes acknowledging that you're tired, when you can't keep up. It's important to acknowledge that. Take a day and get some rest. Take 2 days and get some rest. It's both important to stop and take a day and get some rest, and get back up off your butt after that rest and get at it again. You're not going to get better by constantly resting. Watch other videos, keep learning. I'll keep researching others. I put together this common one, a Google Sites. I figured out you can do a Google Sites for free, and I put that together. I linked some stuff. other, anything is possible, Spike's Resto Mod, so many of your podcasts that I've been watching and learning from, and I'm going to keep linking them. I'm going to keep finding them. I'm going to keep linking them because it's important that we all understand that we're not alone. So keep watching other videos, keep learning, pay attention to yourself and how you feel. So thank you for watching and listening, and I'm sorry for the cough. It's way better than it was 2 hours ago. I was able to finally, it's like, you know what, I'm going to go sit down and record a video once it calmed down a little bit. Cough drops kicked in. But please consider liking and subscribing, share the message. Your engagement helps spread this so that other people find out. And for the message, get your PSA checked. If you're a biological male, 40 years or older, get your PSA checked. You want to catch this early so that you have better range of options. The longer you wait, the narrower your range of options get. Get walking, get rested, get healthy. All right? Take care of yourself. I love you all.